Rifle Squad of Post 219 and the Sons of the American Legion.
Collect the shells.
More folks from American Legion Post 219. And as promised, the first responders from Oblong, Crawford County, and several of the townships within the county. First one in the line, our very own Oblong Police Department, Chief Colton Williamson. If there is one thing we know about firefighters and parades, they love to show off the sirens and the lights. And this is the time we love to hear the sirens and the lights. We're also thankful for the sacrifices they make when the sirens and the lights are flashing. When there is a time of need, we appreciate these volunteers answering the call.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Still got some rescue vehicles coming this way. A few more fire trucks. Also from some of the communities within the county.
I say Crawford County has a crazy good fire station department because they just expanded over there. So they tore down the grocery store and built that add-on, so now they have a bigger department. It's pretty cool.
The firefighters are getting younger and younger these days, looks like to me.
Take the chair. I did not pick it up.
Got folks from the Prairie Licking Fire Department up in Annapolis. Folks from the Flat Rock Fire Department, as you might guess, from Flat Rock, Illinois. Crawford County Rescue Squad following along. To the south, Christie Fire Protection District from Sumner, Illinois, down in Lawrence County. We appreciate them making the drive, long drive north. About 12 minutes. You direct your attention in between the flashing lights. See the world's tallest firefighter coming this direction, headed towards the four-way stop. If you have a second-story rescue, don't worry. They don't even need a ladder. And don't think those pants are standard issue bunker gear, though. Firefighting crews from the Marathon Petroleum Refinery, the Illinois Refining Division over in Robinson. I told you they like to mess with the equipment on those fire trucks.
Yeah, I think that's Garfield on the other side of him.
United Life Care Ambulance Service, complete with Wolverine, Garfield, and the Grinch.
I think it was either 22 or 23 parade that we were in here for our company.
Cross Towing and Recovery coming through the center of town right now, providing a different sort of rescue service.
He's not doing good at picking up cans. He's doing good at picking up out buckets.
They'll be told to move when the bands come up.
Sounds like they are running a little short on the candy there, but they're open 24 hours to help you out with vehicle recovery. That's Steve's Towing. Next few entries on my list. Mayor Teresa Fielder.
Yeah.
Everybody wave hi at Mayor T. The Oblong Chamber of Commerce entry following right along behind. And I hear the first of several bands getting ready to come this way. It's our very own Oblong High School Marching Panther Band leading the way with the parade.
Let's see someone else you'll see him. Kids don't know what that is anymore. That's why they're planning to make a reboot, because kids don't know what Harry Potter is. And everyone says, oh my god, that could be a nightmare. Right. Ghostbusters.
Need some ghost busting services? You can call the Oblong Chamber of Commerce. I have a feeling they'll get everything pretty well taken care of and get all the spooks out of town by the end of the night tonight. This is our first band in the parade. Welcome to the middle of their hometown, the OHS Marching Panther Band. Marshals for this year's Halloween parade, the Oblong Antique Tractor and Engine Association. Some of their fine antique equipment on display here in the only Oblong. I know some little kids who always wanted to play with tractors when they were little. Some of these guys are just those little kids who have grown up. Another one of our tourist events here in the only Oblong. Every August, the Antique Tractor and Engine Association hosts the Antique Tractor and Engine Show out at the fairgrounds. Pretty neat thing to see, so put it on your calendars for next year to come out and check out the Antique Tractor and Engine Show, August of 2026. Our next entry coming through are the Crawford County Fair Queens. Miss Madeline Miller, Miss Allison Ayers, and our 2025 Oblong High School Homecoming Queen, Miss Jenna Kidwell. Our next marching band in the parade, also under the direction of Mr. Dylan Hahn, the Oblong Junior High Marching Band. Sounds of Nirvana, that takes me back to college.
I thought that sounded like Nirvana.
Next up in the parade, Little Mr. and Little Miss Oblong, crowned this very day. Everybody wave at Izzy and Remington. Don't get too excited. I bet they are not throwing Big Macs along the parade route.
I could go for a quarter pounder.
That's the other big M in Robinson. Got Marathon and McDonald's. And I'm going to say most people are more excited about McDonald's than they are Marathon most days. Down area, all you have to do is look back towards the park and you can probably see the church from right here. So no excuses, don't tell me you can't find it. Oblong Evangelical Community Church.
That's where the parade starts, at the park. Way back in the day, that's where we used to live, right by the park.
They are proudly displaying their first place ribbon in the Best Float Church category. With that glory train, Oblong Evangelical Community Church from up north in Cumberland County. Cumberland Middle School marching Raiders.
Here's a chair here. Do you guys want to sit in a chair? You want a chair?
Who you gonna call? About a round of applause for the Cumberland Middle School marching band. Staple every year at the parades all throughout the county, the Crawford County Crazy Clowns.
That was what my uncle used to be a part of. But he's not in it anymore. He retired.
I know some people think clowns get a bad rap around Halloween with Pennywise and all that stuff. These guys aren't Pennywise. These are some of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, the Crawford County Crazy Clowns.
Yeah, Uncle Jerry. He used to be in it. He used to have his own clown car in his house.
This might be a first for me in all of my years at the parade. We have sharks in the middle of town. Tom and Laura Hill. And here's an entry you don't see every year, Mr. Martin Muller and his high wheel bicycle. Just like riding a bike, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna No, I think we're in trouble.
Coming behind Mr. Moeller, our neighbors to the east, the Nuttall Middle School Marching Raiders. All the way from Robinson, Illinois, Nuttall Middle School Marching Raider Band.
I was gonna say back up. Move back, move back.
How about it for the Nuttall Middle School Marching Band? Next up through the middle of town is Mr. Mark Sackrider of Sackey's Firearm Sales. Just out of town on West Route 33, headed towards Willow Hill. Mr. Mark Sackrider, Sackey's Firearms Sales and Service.
Laura created it. She did, I know.
Right behind Mark, we've got Junior Miss Labor Day, Miss Everly Linder. And then the Grinch who stole the crown, Trinity Zarka. Junior Miss Labor Day, Everly Linder. And Trinity Zarka, the Grinch who stole the crown. Our next band from over in Newton, Illinois, the Marching Saints of St. Thomas Junior High School. Following the Marching Saints, we have 2025 Miss Jasper County Fair Queen. And then somebody said the name 3 times. It's Miss Stacy Yoakum, otherwise known tonight as Beetlejuice. Got another restaurant. You see the green and gold. Does that tip anybody off? This is Subway over in Robinson. No foot-long Tootsie Rolls, but we could always hope. Got Debbie Russell driving her classic car there. By wave at Debbie.
I got sugar.
You know they don't build them quite like that car anymore. Those aren't the racing slicks, are they? And we won't have mosquitoes in the middle of town for a little while either. From Mount Carmel Junior High School, the Mount Carmel Junior High Marching Band. Next up we have Miss Jasper County, Jordan McClure. Followed closely by the Clark County Shrine Club. Miss Jordan McClure, Junior Miss Jasper County. And the Clark County, I know where I am. The Clark County Shrine Club. Also from Clark County, we've got the Fair Queens and the Little Miss, the Junior Miss, and Miss Clark County herself. Everybody wave at the royalty. Clark County Little Miss, Junior Miss, and Miss Clark County herself. Also from Clark County, the Casey-Westfield Junior High Marching Braves. Casey-Westfield Junior High Marching Band coming through town. Nice job by the Marching Braves of Casey-Westfield Junior High. Got some of the Republican candidates for office coming up here soon. Crawford County Coroner Earl Deckard. We also have the elected officials. Also got Crawford County Sheriff Mr. Bill Rutan.
Anything else on 79?
Come on, Sheriff.
Get out there.
Yeah,
Get in it is. Get It's in memory of. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's the
She tried a couple times, but it just didn't work. Only people that we know, but because we're far away from most people.
Hey, we're back to live action, folks. So I can give you all the rundown of who we missed, but I might wait and see if we get a break in the parade. This is the combined marching bands from Martinsville Junior and Senior High School. Right behind them, we've got Kids Kingdom coming along in the parade route. In case you weren't paying attention in between the time when the mic went dead, we got ginger ales come through. Ginger ales from Robinson, Olney, several surrounding communities. The Oblong Family Chiropractic Car and Walkers, Dr. Crystal Ballou. Crystal Woodard now. Kickin' Barbecue Queens truck that came through. Jasper County Junior High Marching Band. The First Christian Church came along with their greatest story ever told. And now these Chiefs with the youngest bankers I have ever seen from the First Robinson Savings Bank. A real community bank right here in Oblong, Robinson, Palestine. Marching Rams from Ramsey High School. And no, folks, that is not a horse. That's just a really big dog. Crawford County Saddle Club does have a Facebook page. You can check that out. See all the listings for their events. Come check it out. They put in a lot of time and effort. We appreciate their support, enhancing the tourism coming into the only Oblong. Crawford County Saddle Club. Got another antique tractor here, a 1944 John Deere A with Mr. Joe Rose. Then the Antioch Christian Church coming along right behind that green machine. And from the northeast corner of the county, the Marching Tigers from Hutsonville High School will be our next band entry into the parade. The Hutsonville Riverfest, we have Miss Hutsonville Christy Kettner, Junior Miss Hutsonville Caitlin Jordan, and the Little Miss Hutsonville Laura Miller. From the combined charge of the Dogwood Prairie and Seed Chapel United Methodist Churches, we've got the Seed Chapel Dogwood Prairie float. They've got both ends of the town covered. Dogwood Prairie on the north side, a little bit out of town, by way of Doyle. And south out of town, not very far from me, Seed Chapel United Methodist Church. Also kind of a new entry this year, Southern Tire Mart, Pilot Roadside Services. And then a not so new entry from Lawrence County, our neighbors to the south, the Lawrenceville High School Marching Indian Band. rendition of Santana and Black Magic Woman. Another new entry this year from Spring Point Companies. Spring Point Truck and Trailer. Pretty fancy trailer. And I gotta say, that's a pretty good trailer to keep all those balloons in the trailer. Got another one of our fine restaurant establishments right over on the west side of Robinson, Monocle's Pizza. Sullivan High School Marching Band joining us in the only oblong this evening. Right behind the Sullivan Marching Band trailer, we've got our very own Oblong High School FFA chapter. Panther FFA, teaching our students about careers in agriculture, farming, farm business. Right behind the FFA, Oblong's very own Mr. Bill Burke, United Country Burke Auction and Realty. Do you want to sell it? Bill would be glad to help you out.
Yep. That's for sure. And he can be helpful.
Not only is Bill a fine auctioneer, he also likes to dabble in politics.
Yep.
Mr. Bill Burke running again for the county board seat.
Nice horse.
And then a very fitting entry for a Halloween parade, Bryce Weger in his Cummins hearse. Also from Lawrence County, the marching Salukis band from Red Hill High School down in Bridgeport. Salukis from Red Hill High School. Our next entry is from the First National Bank in Aldie. If you look down just to the west, you can see their building. Right in front of us, you can see their float. First National Bank in Aldie.
Thanks, Rachel. Is it really?
And in memory of Austin Smith, we have Possum's Purpose. Promoting mental health awareness. Suicide prevention. Possum's Purpose in memory of Austin Smith. Maroons, we have the Relay for Life truck and trailer. It's a glow party this year. Crawford County Relay for Life. Also a new entry this year behind the Relay for Life float, Three Sisters Logistics.
Yeah, trucking.
I've seen several of their trucks in and around the refinery doing a little work hauling some material around there. Three Sisters Logistics joining us for this 2025 Spooktacular Parade.
Big semis.
You got the Neal family coming through the center of town. And from York Lodge, number 313. York Lodge number 313. Freemasons. Got the Toledo Fair Queen from up in Cumberland County. And Mr. Bruce Eubank with his Case 530. And if you've got a pesky tree that you need removed or a stump ground out, Nathan's Stump Grinding Sturris and the stump grinder right there behind the truck. Moving quickly toward the center of town, another marching Panther band, but this time from Pana High School, the Pana Marching Panthers. Marching Panthers from Pana High School. Behind the Pana Marching Band trailer, got from Robinson Westlake region, the Bible Chapel Church.
I don't think so.
And that Jeep right behind, that's also from Bible Chapel. Behind the Bible Chapel Jeep, we got another antique tractor. Mr. Leon Sears with his 1951 John Deere G. Leon's paving the way for the Marching Trojans from Charleston High School up in Charleston, Illinois. Marching Trojans from Charleston High School.
Charleston Trojans, don't fight quick!
For the town of Robinson, we got the Hayden Glass Specialists. All kind of window glass over there. Hayden Glass. Auto, commercial, residential, it says. Give them a call for all of your glass needs. Hayden Glass in Robinson. This is the time of year when all the mice decide to come in from the fields and the bugs start to get cold and they head for the house. If you got a problem like that, give Pest Solution a call. And I know the kids are going, what are they throwing out of those trucks? Right between Oblong and Robinson on Route 33, we've got the Woods Event Center and Trace Mailer Motorsports. The Woods Event Center, located right next door to the Crawford County Forest Preserve. Marching Pirates from Cumberland High School. Marching Pirates might win the award for the best trailer. Definitely the best candy for the band. Following the Marching Pirates, we have Crisp Cleaning Services. Brookstone Estates from Robinson. Brookstone Estates and Assisted Living from Robinson, Illinois. And our next band headed this way is from Richwoods High School.
Peoria. Yeah.
All the way up in Peoria, Illinois, Richwoods High School Marching Knights. Giving a little Shrek vibe tonight from the Marching Knights band. We appreciate them making the trip down from Peoria to join us here in the only Oblong. Right behind the sounds of All-Star with the Richwoods Knights, Lincoln Trail College Bucket Truck, Illinois Eastern Community Colleges, the Statesman from Lincoln Trail, and that cute little gingerbread house is from the First Baptist Church.
Might be that. So they're on the other side, of course.
It might be a Halloween parade, but if Walmart's got the Christmas decorations out, why can't we? We got another big band headed this way from Richland County and Albany, Illinois, the Richland County Marching Tigers. Tigers with a little bit of Phantom of the Opera tonight. We got Widow's Sons with the Mad Ravens. Hutsonville Historical Society. Gotta keep the powder dry, guys. Go see the Civil War days at the Hudson Cabins coming up here in just a couple of weeks. Behind the Widow's Sons Mad Ravens, we got the Pepsi Mid-America trailer. And yes, they are handing out Pepsi. I know some people might say Coke, but it's Pepsi for me. Especially when they're giving it away here at the Halloween Parade float. Marching Warriors of Casey-Westfield High School. And from East Route 33, we've got Sparks and Sons. Their off-road vehicles. Sparks and Sons Honda, Kawasaki, Bad Boy mowers, all that stuff out there on East Route 33.
Four-wheelers. That's who we always took our four-wheelers and sometimes mowers too. Good folk. You didn't even need a Pepsi.
We've had our neighbors to the east. Now how about our neighbors to the west? From Jasper County, Newton, Illinois, the Newton High School Marching Eagles.
So now they're going to put the sign to this. Yeah. Because they're not doing the performance like they do. So they're going to have that rolled all the way most likely.
Marching Eagles are under the direction of Mr. Brian Ridland. Assistant Director is Jeffrey Finley. Color Guard Director, Mrs. Christy Finley. Marching Eagles of Newton Community High School.
This must be the Crawford County Jeep crawlers or something. Celebrating Jeeps of all kinds.
Still more Jeeps headed this way. Seems to grow in popularity every year, the Crawford County Jeeps. The Jeeps are leading the way for a crowd favorite here at the Spooktacular Parade and Band Festival. Always a pleasure to have the Rich Township High School Marching Band joining us here at the only Oblong. About another round of applause for the Rich Township High School Marching Band. Grateful once again you all made the trip down to join us. Look forward to seeing you again next year. Very fitting that they get the crowd hyped up because next on my list, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. Okay, got a few Whopper fans. How about Milk Duds? How about just a plain old Heath Bar? My personal favorite though, it's the Payday.
Yeah. I want that one. That's fine. Give me the giant Payday. The giant Whopper.
Don't all run away after Hershey comes through. We do have some horses that are coming through as well. Several riders that are coming along to show off their riding skills. Participate in the Halloween parade.
Please don't step in the poop. It is not chocolate. Poor people that grab it by the hand. Yeah, that's what people do. Ready.
Get your buckets and your bags and your pockets all ready. But don't run out in front of the float. Our horse riders tonight, we've got Brandy Benton, Brooklyn McReynolds, Dennis Lindsay, Kelsey Hansen, Natalie Harrison listed coming through the parade. Everybody wave at the horses. But we do want to remind you folks, we appreciate y'all coming out tonight. We appreciate Hershey coming along and spreading some cheer, and the horses and the riders leading the procession of the traffic that has been patiently waiting for Route 33 to reopen. So please pick up the candy, but folks, be very careful because these drivers are getting ready to head through town, right behind the horses. Thank you all for coming out to the 2025 Spooktacular Halloween Parade. About a round of applause for our horse riders, waiting till the very end of the parade, being very, very patient. Beautiful animals there. Thank you once again for coming along on behalf of the Oblong Chamber of Commerce and the Village of Oblong. We do this every year, so mark it on your calendars. The last Saturday in October, right before Halloween, the Spooktacular Halloween Parade. Travel safe. Have a great evening.
That's just the traffic waiting? They just threw a dozen Whoppers. I didn't how much it was bright. That's a lot.
Well, all the traffic that's been backed up.
But they're all part of the parade.
Because they closed this whole highway off, so all these people get up here. Yep. They're only permitted to close it down for so long. Otherwise the state will get it wrong.